What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Boring Crypto. Today, I'm going to give you guys an update on ICP and where we sit at in the market. But first, let me give you guys my last prediction for my last ICP video. Here, this is perfect for you to buy. It's $40 right now. It's $40.16. This is a monthly demand zone. This is a place to buy. Your next place to buy is like $28. So if we break down underneath 37 and we close, it's possible we go down to 32, and it's even possible we go down to 27 and make a new low. But if Bitcoin holds, then this should be the final little shakeout for the entire crypto market, in my opinion, which would mean that ICP is going to go up. And I'd love to give you guys time frames. As you heard in my last video, I said that I thought ICP would hold $40. And I thought that the Bitcoin bottom was in. It looked like an ABC correction of some sort had occurred. It looked good to me. And I'd like to apologize if you bought ICP at $40. I honestly don't even remember saying that there was a possibility that we could go down to, I said 30 and $32 and even 28. Well, we went all the way down to 25. And honestly, it scared the hell out of me. I was at work and I was talking to a coworker about crypto, and then I went on the charts. I said, "Oh balls, holy cow, like what is happening right now?" So, yeah, that I thought that the last correction would have been the last. It's December 6th. December is historically good, especially in these bull runs, and I felt comfortable telling you guys that that would be a good spot to buy. Now, if you did buy it at $40, you would have experienced a pretty significant amount of drawdown. I'm pretty sure everything dropped like anywhere from 30%, probably even more. ICP here on the month is down about almost 40%. Now this, guys, I cannot imagine us going any lower than this. I've said in previous videos, I would be shocked if we went below a certain number. I don't want to say that anymore because at this point it's kind of sketch, right? It's kind of sus. I believe we're going to go up. I believe everything's going to go up still. I do think that there was, some news, even though it just seems so conveniently placed. But I do think that, ICP and other cryptocurrencies are still going to have a final blow off top for the bull run. I understand that ICP being this low at this time is quite concerning. Months ago I was saying, hey, around this time in November, we should be up here and at least over $100. And that's concerning to me. So since this correction has happened, I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to start fresh as far as plotting on the chart goes. So if you're new here, you guys can watch this. If you're not new here, you can skip ahead. Let me go ahead. I'm just going to mark tops and bottoms on the monthly chart. That's how your boy does it. All right, almost done. And we can even say, like, I'm not going to put one there because I got a feeling that the weekly zone will kind of give us more information. So after we do our monthly support and resistances, we move into the weekly. And here's where I swap the candles. And now I'm just going to go ahead and mark my zones with the rectangle tool. And if you've watched my videos before, you know that the zones that I make here like this are subjective. Some people's are going to be different. But as you can see, this zone that we have at the bottom on the weekly usually would end here at this wick. But since we've gone lower to $24, which is crazy to me, I can't believe that happened, I have to lower it a little bit. So now as far as dropping any further, if ICP was to fall further from here, I really can't predict where it would land, and I hope that's not the case. I hope that this is just like that double bottom after consolidation and it's just time to go. We'll see how that goes, but in the meantime, let me go ahead and mark the rest of these. So another zone would be here. Do that, and another zone. There's a few different things you could do here, but these don't have to be perfect. They're just subjective. I'm going to put one just like, I'm going to put one here, and that's where we're going to leave it. So next, now that we have our zones and resistances and supports marked out, basically tops and bottoms, I'm going to take the Fibonacci extension, and I'm going to actually put this on the monthly. It shouldn't make too big of a difference, but now that we have a new low, actually, let me swap to the daily so I can put the fibs on a close of some sort. So like here. Whoops. Move this over. So what I mean by close is like the bottom of the zone where something closed. So for instance, this daily, the wick on this daily or the bottom of this zone is the new low. So when we do our fibs, we put it even lower. And this is kind of subjective too. You could go by the close, or you could go by the top of this wick. I'm just going to go by the all-time high, which is when the coin was listed. So, all right, now that we have our zones and our fibs plotted, let's just try to analyze this as logically as possible. And I know a lot of people look at charts and they're like, well, fuck, well, you know, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to see this? But I'm going to try and walk you guys through it a little bit so we can get my thoughts out there, and we'll see how accurate this turns out. So in the past, I've compared ICP to like SHIB. So let me just hop on over to SHIB and give you an example. SHIB gets listed, SHIB falls, it consolidates, and it creates this bottom, and then it explodes. This is like a bull flag flies, and now it's retesting these previous all-time highs. Beautiful drawings, yes, I know. So my idea with ICP is kind of similar in that sense, but the issue that I'm beginning to see is that we're pretty far along here. Today is December 6th, and that kind of concerns me because I was expecting to be past this consolidation. I was expecting to be past all of this, and we would be, let me mark it for you. I expected to be out of this basically whole highlighted area between 87 and about now $25. And it's concerning to me. And I'm going to have to delete this channel because I said if ICP didn't get to $1,000, I was going to delete the channel. And now I'm screwed because, well, I might not be. It's hard to say. I mean, you know how crypto is. If you've been watching other crypto YouTubers, if you've been watching charts, or if you've been in crypto before, you know these things can just take off at any moment. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to knock out the theory of a $2,600 ICP. And I really didn't mean to be clickbaity with my thumbnails or anything like that. I mean, obviously I want them to look attractive, but I really wanted to like compare it to a coin that I've seen pop off. And if you know anything about ICP, the supply isn't that high. You know, it's not as high as like these other coins. So I would expect the market cap to grow a little easier than, you know, some of these other doggy coins or whatever coins, you know. So anyways, now that I'm done rambling on about that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm still shooting for 1,000. I'm shooting for 1,000, boys, at the 1.618, about 1,006. But let me show you how this roadmap might look or might not look. It just depends. So first things first, let me get the drawing tool out here, or the brush. So one touch on this zone, two touch on this zone, and this is our third touch. And this is consolidation from June, July, August, September, October, November, and finally here we are in December. Make a bottom in December. Very interesting. Most cryptos that we look at, when you go to like Ethereum or you go just any major altcoin, they already either are here and they go to retest like a previous support or a previous resistance turn support, and ICP, man, is just down here in the dumps at the bottom. So there's no telling if let's say that this bull run is actually over and Bitcoin is dead, Bitcoin's done, the run is over. I don't believe that. I'm pretty sure we'll still have a good month, even though it looks ugly now. I do think that. But let's just say I'm wrong, and let's say Bitcoin goes to shit. I can't even tell you where this thing will go. But yeah, anything under 20 24, I can't give you guys anything. All I can say is I never thought it'd get back down to 30. I definitely didn't think it'd go back down to 24. Now the thing is, we just have to wait and see. Is this going to be this triple bottom? I don't know. We made another low. The only thing that I can think of happening, and it's got to happen quick, is we come back down here, back to 25, and then take off. And if ICP is going to be going to $1,000 like I predict, it will be choppy. It'll be volatile. And I'm praying it goes that high. But I imagine that with this wick here, you're going to... Let me zoom in so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about a little better. So the wick on this candle on the correction day, December 4th, basically this would be like where I think ICP could go down. Now let me clear some things up. Now what I'm looking at is you have this wick, that's the correction. What the hell? And now ICP actually, it went back up and now it's coming back down. And when it came back down, it tested here. It held about $26, and I'm going to go ahead and put a horizontal line here. And you can see it lines up pretty well with this. All right, so that means so far we're holding it. It's not guaranteed apparently, but it's pretty close. The wick lines up with the other wick really well. It's pretty close. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it looks good. All right, so I'm assuming that right there is a good buy target, and I think we'll end up touching it one more time, or even possibly touching 25 again. It's possible, but at the same time, the only reason why I say that is because if it doesn't make like a new low. Like I'm talking like it's got to close above, these levels. It's got to close above $30. So hopefully, this daily will actually turn into like a doji or dragonfly of some sort, whatever you guys call those funny candle patterns. And then it's just going to be just steady moving, but it's going to have to be fast. And then maybe we get one of those giant candles. I know it's wishful thinking, guys, but you got to understand it is crypto. And yeah, so I'd expect something like that. I know that wasn't the best explanation, but the markets move up and down. I have these zones marked, and the idea is if we start getting bullish structure on these candles, as in we get higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and so forth, it might work out. But at the same time, I can't sit here and say with a straight face, oh, we're going to go to $2,600, because that drop was just insane, and it really bothers me. So I'm very concerned about it. I still think $1,000 is on the table all the way up here at the 1.618, but I don't think it's as likely, and I definitely don't think $2,600 is as likely, because like I said in my original videos, I was expecting us to be like, over $100 by now. So that's what's bothering me, but I'm still positive. I still think that we are going to go up. It's just a matter of time. And it's also a matter of, is Bitcoin done? And if Bitcoin's done, then these alts should be moving. But currently, I'll just take a quick look at Bitcoin real quick. And Bitcoin, it's kind of the same scenario. You know what I mean? Like, it's like this correction back in May. We have this wick here, and we have this wick here. Just consider them the same. Even these shapes look the same. Some might call it that Wyckoff shit, whatever. But the idea is, hey, here, when this happened, we went all the way back up, and then we fell back again, and then we consolidated before going back up. It'd be like similar structure to that. So it would probably look something like that, as long as it holds and it doesn't go past this 345. And as you can see, it did hold the 354. So I think that's gonna happen, but how fast? I don't know. I mean, if you look at the time ranges on these Wyckoff or Head and Shoulders, whatever you want to call them, this definitely isn't a Head and Shoulders to me, but whatever you want to call them, this is February to May. This is October to December. So just pray for Bitcoin, brothers. And also, let's just go back to ICP. So I think you should buy it. Anything under 30. I mean, damn. All right, buy it today, buy it tomorrow. Wait for 25. Don't wait for 25. Buy it now. I don't know. That's up to you. But anything under 30, you should be fine. I would sell along these fibs. I'm still expecting $1,000, and I mean that. I'm not expecting $2,600, so you will not see that 30x or whatever on the thumbnail this time around. But yeah, $1,000, so I can keep my YouTube channel and keep the good fight going. Also, if you guys would be interested, I've been thinking about, when the time comes, making a video on how I plan to short this market. When I plan to short it, but currently it's kind of hard for me to determine because what's happening in the market isn't what I envisioned exactly, and I know that that is not possible to do, but at the same time, you got to kind of visualize what's going to happen, what you think is going to happen, put those predictions out there and see what happens. Currently, I've been playing kind of both sides, like, oh, I think we're going to go up, but it's possible we go down. So I'm surprised in my last video I did say like 28, and I'm even more surprised that we got lower than that. So I appreciate you guys for sticking around and watching this video. I know it's a little longer than what I usually do. If you guys like the longer videos, let me know. I think ICP is a crypto that I can talk about forever, and just looking at this chart and just visualizing what might happen, but it is what it is. For the people who are here just for the BitTorrent videos, my next video will be BitTorrent. So look forward to that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.